everybody? This your boy Hota, welcoming you all to the first episode of Let It Fly podcast. I want y'all to bear with me now because this is my first time doing this, so it ain't gonna be like all the other podcasts you see out there, but I'm ready to talk. First thing I would like to say is I want to thank the people that's gonna be supporting me, the people that haven't supported me yet but will. I want to thank my brother who couldn't be here, but he's on the podcast with me as well. So it sucks that he couldn't do the first episode with me, but he definitely gonna be in a whole bunch of other episodes. So I want to thank him, man. And I'm just ready to get this thing rolling. So bear with me because, like I said, this is my first time doing this. So I'm just winging it right now. Like, I ain't got all the equipment that all the other people got on their podcast and stuff. But hey, I got what I got. So like I said, I want to welcome y'all to the first episode. And let's get this thing rolling. So today I'm gonna talk to y'all about my introduction to basketball and how I got it started. And it's not gonna be long. Maybe it's gonna be like 20-30 minutes maybe. That's how long I want my podcast episodes to be. Maybe up to an hour. I don't want to take too much of you guys' attention, so it's not gonna be too long. I plan on my time frame is probably going to be between 30 minutes to an hour for all my episodes. And if it starts to blow up and I start to have guests on, it may go to more than an hour. But right now, my time frame, I want to stick with just 30 minutes to an hour. That way I don't take too much of you guys' time. But let's get started. So my introduction to basketball was really weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those who don't know me, I grew up in Petersburg, right around the corner. If you know, you know. Petersburg wasn't always the best place to grow up in, but, you know, you work with what you got. And those that don't know, Petersburg is right off Maple Ave. And Maple Ave always had the basketball court up there. So, like, whenever I got the chance, I just leave the house and just go play ball all day. But it's very crazy because basketball was not my first sport I wanted to play. In fact, I wasn't really even into sports like that growing up because sports was kind of dumb to me. Like, yeah, I knew people could play. I knew of people, but it really just wasn't my forte. Like, I wanted to be a kid. Like, I wanted to be out there just doing what kids do. And that's get into trouble, fall, scrape your knee, just do a bunch of things. So basketball really wasn't my forte. But, and surprisingly or not, I was not good at basketball at all. Like, I was terrible, god awful at it. Like, if you grew up with me and you grew up around Burlington, you know that they have the rec leagues. So I was in one of the little rec leagues. And those of you that know me when I was a kid, I was a terrible kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was a bad kid. Like, I was the kid that you can't say nothing to. He don't want to talk to you. Like, if you say anything or you get too crazy with him, he gonna get crazy back with you. Tell you shut up, you ain't my mama, you ain't my daddy, you can't tell me what to do. Man, like, I was all over the place, man. Like, during the games, those of you that know me and if you remember taking the ball, throwing the ball across the court, not trying to listen to the referee, not trying to listen to the coaches, man, like, it was, looking back on it now, I could laugh about it, but at the time, like, I was really a bad kid, like, cussing out the referees, F you to the ref, F you to the coach, F you to the other players trying to fight, they this, they that. Like, I was worse. But in my personal opinion, I was terrible at basketball. I couldn't play, couldn't make a layup, couldn't dribble. I couldn't do nothing. I was just quick. I was fast and just quick. Like, so my introduction to basketball, surprisingly, I laugh about it now, but the first person to ever teach me how to make an actual layup, like see it go through the net and not just banking off the backboard, was my brother Cam. His sister, she taught me how to make a layup. And I'll never forget, we during the game, I'm fast, I'm just missing everything. Like, I'm just running, and she pulls me to the side, and because the way the rec was set up, if anybody's ever been to Fairchild, they have the big gigantic gym where there's goals on all sides of the gym. And she pulls me to the side and she just tells me, like, man, you have to take your time on these layups. Like, you up there, you can get it in the rim, but you're just going so fast, you gotta take your time. And she literally breaks it down and like it like shows me how to do it, and she stayed with me. Like, that was the first person to teach me how to make a layup. Like, literally broke it down for me, made me slow down, made me like keep going until I actually got the rhythm of it. And that was my introduction to what a layup, watching a layup go through the net was. And like, I never forget that moment, because like, you never think your brother's sister is gonna teach you how to make a layup. So like, that's crazy to me, for me to remember that. But man, like, straight up, basketball was not my first interest. Football was. Like, I wanted to play football because it's a brutal sport. Like, you get to run and hit somebody, you get to take your anger out on somebody, and I could really catch. I was fast and I could catch. Yeah, I had them hands. Your boy had them hands. Like, hey, you throw that thing up there, I'm gonna go get it. Like, that's how it was. So like, basketball really didn't come around for me until like, I would probably say summer camp. Like, I used to go to this summer camp called BHA, which was Burlington Housing Authority. And I got put into this, what's this called? I got put into this thing called Training for Manhood, which was a camp where the counselors would take you in and you spend the day with them, and like, y'all do certain things, and like, they basically teach you how to be a man. And we would play basketball a lot. And before LeBron got into the league, my favorite player was Allen Iverson. So I used to imitate, or try to imitate, everything Allen Iverson did. In my free time, in my spare time, I would go to the court in Petersburg and just sit up there and just be outside all day, just trying to imitate what he would do. And that's kind of how I really got into basketball. Like, I really started to like enjoy it and like it, because I started to see like, yo, I'm actually pretty good at this, even though like, it's not something I still took serious to where I ever thought like I would probably go to school for it. So it was just fun for me. So like, every weekend, like, all the old heads and all the older guys would come to the Petersburg court, and they would just hoop. Like, I'm talking from sun up to sundown. But they would never let me play with them because I was too small. Like, every time I would try to step out there on the court, every time I say I got next, like, nah, you can't play, you too small, and you too this. So I like, it used to piss me off, because I'm like, bro, like, I can hoop, bro. Like, y'all gotta let me play. And then I would get so angry with them, but I still just be up there shooting. And eventually it got to a point though, as I got older, as I grew, and like, all right, man, let's see what he got. And then they would let me play with him, but for the most part, every time I tried to play, they wouldn't let me. So I just sit up there and watch them hoop all day, sun up to sundown. Like, take a break, go do whatever it is they gotta do, come back, hoop some more. And while they take their break, I'm just out there at the court, just getting it in, like, putting up shots. And I never forget, what really made me get into like wanting to take basketball serious was PS2 had just came out. I think it was PS2. I know the PlayStation. Whatever PlayStation was out at that time, it came out. And you had to have a memory card, because if your memory got too full, you couldn't play no games. Had a memory card. I was at the court playing ball by myself. This grown man had to be in his 30s. I'm a kid. But I knew the grown man. he challenged me to a one-on-one game, and the bet was whoever wins gets the memory card. So I think me being a kid, like, okay, cool, we finna play. Like, you probably really ain't gonna take it that serious on me because I'm a kid, and you ain't trying to like beat on the kid. Man, this dude whooped my ass. He killed me. Like, he was playing like we was in the damn finals, and that memory card was the damn championship. Like, I don't know what game he was trying to play for that memory card, but he wanted that memory card bad. I'm talking, soon as I check the ball up, smack it out my hand, he go lay it up. Make it, take it. He get the ball, he miss a shot, I get the rebound, I turn around, run out like you supposed to do, run out and make sure you get across the line. Soon as I turn around to shoot, block. Like, I get it again. I'm trying to hit him with some dribble moves. He knocking me to the ground. I'm like, dang, bro, like, bro, I'm thinking we like, all right, you just playing the kid. Nah, I wasn't a kid in his eyes that day. He wanted that memory card, and he was gonna get that memory card. So somehow I started hitting shots on him, which made him even more mad. Because now you a 30-year-old some man getting beat by a little kid, and you taking it serious. So somehow we end up tied, and I never forget, it's my ball. So in my mind, I'm like, I'm finna chuck this thing. I'm gonna make it. And when I make it, I'm finna run home because I just won this memory card. We checked the ball up. It didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. I hit the dude with a move, and instead of shooting the ball like I had planned in my mind, I decide, oh, I'm finna take him to the hole. Like I'm 6'7". At the time, I'm no bigger than 5 foot something, maybe, if that. It's a grown man. Man, I take it to the hole, man. I go to do the layup. This man come from behind. LeBron that thing off the backboard. 2 hands, give me that. Take it back, he come in, he dunk it. I'm like, all right, man, whatever, man. Man, whatever. So now I'm thinking everything cool. I'm thinking it's over. I'm thinking, all right, whatever, you beat me. Next thing you know, all I hear is, hey, go home and get that memory card. Are you used for real? Yeah, go get that memory card. I want that. Come on, man. That's the only memory card I got. Man, I don't care. Go get that memory card. I go get the memory card, give it to him. Man, play me again one-on-one. Nope. I appreciate the memory card, though. Then he leave. I'm like, bruh, come on. But ever since that day, though, that was the day I was like, okay, I can be good. I can be good. I beat this dude. Now, I got some things I got to work on. But this 30-year-old something dude, I beat him. Almost beat him. And I'm a kid, so I was like, yeah. But ever since then, every day, anybody can vouch. If they lived in Petersburg at that time, if you seen that, if the sun was up, I was out there at that court hooping. And that allowed me to develop so much skill that I didn't even think I had. And then, like, not only did it allow me to develop that skill, it allowed me to, like, get comfortable in playing ball and, like, doing a lot of other stuff that I didn't think I could do, and introduced me to a lot of people that I probably necessarily wouldn't have got introduced to because of my attitude. Like, I had a real attitude problem when I was younger. Anger issues, just mad. Like, I was just a mad kid, man. I just had anger problems. Like I said, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. And I got introduced to organized basketball, real organized basketball when I got a little older, and my guy, TD, his dad helped me a lot. Like, he helped me see things through a different lens when it came to basketball and my anger, because I just didn't want to listen. And then, but meeting him And playing basketball with him allowed me to meet Coach Shane and Trey McCullum and his basketball team. And that's when I kind of got put on to like AAU and all of that, because once I started playing with them, like, you could really see me flourish and becoming like, oh yeah, he can be pretty good. Like, that kid can be pretty good if he work on it, because like Coach Shane gave me that opportunity to, like, what is the word I'm looking for? He gave me the opportunity to be expressive on the court, even though I had anger problems, but he just let me hoop. He didn't see my height, and he didn't see like what a lot of other coaches see and just stick me straight in the post. Like, nah, I got to run 1 through 5. Like, I got to play point, I got to play shooting guard, I got to do all that. And when we get the ball, we transition. Everything, we going, we fast. So I want to thank TD's dad for like getting me in touch and putting me in that program with Coach Shane. And I want to thank Coach Shane, because had I not met him, I don't know what AAU team I would have been on. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've seen the pictures. I can dig up old photos of the Thunder. Everybody who was on that Thunder team, y'all know what I'm talking about. We were some wild ones. But, man, we was just kids, man. And I want to thank Coach Shane for that, because Coach Shane, he helped me a lot, because it started giving me a different look on life, and like a different outlet on like, okay, maybe I can be good enough to like do something with basketball. Or you hear about people going to school for ball, but okay, maybe I can be one of them kids, because going to school for ball was never my intention. Going to school at all was never my intention. I didn't want to go to school. And that's just me being honest. I did not want to go to school. School was not for me. I don't like nothing about school. Was I a dummy? No. Was I smart? Yeah. Like, I did my work. I did what I had to do. But if it wasn't for basketball and me playing ball, I probably wouldn't have been in school, because that ain't me. So I want to thank Coach Shane for that, and it allowed me to get out of Burlington at times. It allowed me to like go in a different headspace from what I was dealing with things in my life at the time, and not knowing how to express it and like get it out. So it allowed me that outlet to get some of those things out on the court. So Coach Shane, I don't know if you're gonna see this video, but I thank you. TD's dad, which his name is Ken, I thank you. Like, y'all don't realize, and y'all don't know how much y'all helped me. Like, TD's dad helped me in so many ways that a lot of folks don't even know. Like, he saved my basketball career in high school. Like, and I don't think a lot of people know that. Like, when I got into high school and they put me on junior varsity, which is the JV. Like, I don't know why I said junior varsity, but they put me on JV. But he saved my basketball career, because I was about to quit, and I was about to be done with basketball and with Cummins, the school I went to, because, man, everyone just saw a tall kid. Like, I don't care what no one says. Everyone just saw a tall kid. No one saw a kid who actually knew how to play. Like, except for my Thunder team, which I play AAU with. Like, my Thunder boys will tell you, like, he ain't no big man. But once you bigger than everybody, most coaches see you as a big man. They don't care about your skill. They don't care to try to see how you can develop into something else. They just see a big man because you're bigger than everybody. So they just throw you in the post, or they throw you down low, tell you get rebounds, and then it diminishes your skill set. You lose confidence. You lose faith. You lose your will to want to do things and be curious to try things, because you constantly have a coach chirping in your ear to get your big self down there in the post. And, man, that's kind of what happened, like, my freshman year of high school when I was on JV. Like, they just threw me in the post. Like they didn't care to think like, can he run up and down the floor? Can he dribble? Can he shoot? Can he do this? The only people that really saw that was my AAU team, the Thunder, and like they'll tell you like, nah, he wasn't no post player. Like he could go, but I never forget Christmas tournament. I believe it was the Christmas tournament, and we playing in the game, and they was not giving me the ball at all. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of basketball player you are. I don't care how defensively minded you are as a dude or as a player, as a coach. It don't matter. No one is going to run up and down that floor and not touch the ball not once and not get mad. I don't care who you are. Nobody. So that's what happened. Like, we playing, we running up and down the floor. I ain't touched the ball not once. Get the rebound. As soon as I get the rebound, turn around, in my face. Ball, 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 ball. So I'm getting mad now because I'm like, bruh, I did not sign up for this to just rebound, and you think I'm just going to rebound and just try to play defense and I'm not going to touch the ball at all? Oh, no. We not going for none of that. We ain't going for none of that at all. So I took it upon myself to tell myself, all right, when I get this ball this next time, I'm just going to hold it. And that's exactly what I did. Got the ball, stood at half court and just held the ball in my hands. Don't nobody know what's going on with me. Everybody calling for the ball, asking me what I'm doing. I'm not giving this ball up to nobody. I'm going to hold it until the coach had to call timeout. He take me out the game. So I'm standing there, ball in my hand, and I'm just looking around. People getting mad. He be all right. And then he called timeout. And he take me out the game. And as soon as he took me out that game, you know what I did? I don't need this. I don't care. Because like I said at that time, I got stuff going on, so I really don't care about this no way. Like, I'm going to do my own thing regardless. So, man, F all y'all was my mindset, man. I'm not finna keep doing this, bro. Like, I know my talent. Like, that's what I'm thinking in my mind. But F all y'all is really what's in my head. So, he take me out as I'm walking. You already know what I'm doing. Jersey coming off. I'm getting ready to take my jersey off, and all I hear is, boy, don't you take that jersey off. It was TD's dad. And he knew why I was mad. But him saying that and the respect that I had for him was like, all right, bet. Slid the jersey back on. But I still ain't talking to nobody. Slid the jersey back on, and I'm just laid back. It is what it is. But him saying that saved my career playing ball because I was done. I didn't care. I really didn't. Like, I was done. Like, y'all not, in my mind, y'all not finna play me like this. Like, man, F all y'all. I don't care to play on this team, no way. Like, I'm just doing this because I know it's something to do out after school and it's something to keep me out of trouble, so I'm gonna do it. But if it wasn't for him saying, boy, you better not take that jersey off. Had he not said that, oh, jersey was coming off, throwing the jersey in the, I would have threw the jersey probably in the middle of the flow, walked off. We was probably, I forgot where we was at, so I probably would have had to wait on the team, but would have walked off, man. By the time we got back to the school, man, they wouldn't have saw me no more at practice, because I wouldn't have cared. All right. Shout out to Coach Ken, man. Like, shout out to TD's dad. He saved me. He saved me right there. He saved me. And he taught me, because he was my AAU coach, he taught me a lot in understanding and knowing, yeah, you probably got beat. You probably got defeated. But don't let them see it. And that was a life lesson that I took from him, because it showed at times where the anger would come out from things, like I said, things that was going on in my life, and he would always just whisper in my ear, like, don't let them see you defeated. Don't let them see you beat. Like, if you're gonna cry in the locker room. So that was That was my I guess you could say he was my lifesaver a little bit when it comes to sports and basketball at least, because I was legit done. Because after that incident, surprisingly or not, I'm gonna end up having him as a guest. But after that incident, I met my pops. But I didn't think I was gonna play ball for him. But that's for another episode, and I'll chop into that on another episode. But yeah, man, like my introduction to basketball was a little strange because I didn't start young at a young age like a lot of kids do. Like I started probably older. When I started my introduction to basketball, I was probably in middle school maybe, or just headed to middle school. But meeting that Thunder team and then us traveling to the beach all the time, creating those bonds with those guys, like I said, Trey, Kai, Cam, shoot, Sydney was on the team. Who else was on the team? Uh, Shamari, uh, J-Head was on the team for a little bit, which is my brother. Uh, Daniel, Cody, shoot. I'm missing some other people, but man, that team was stacked, man. Like, but we had good times, man. Oh, Isaiah, we had some good times, man. But playing with them dudes, like, it helped me develop my game, and it taught me like you can be good at something, and that's my introduction to basketball, man. Like, I started off, I started out a lot older than maybe once I have a kid, he or she gonna start out. But once I got rolling, man. Like, I do wish, however, that coaches wouldn't have saw my height and put me directly in the post, because I had so much ambition and I had so much like curiosity to my game that I didn't get to touch on because I got through in the post. But anybody who know, or anybody who watched me when I played with the Thunder, when I was at Petersburg, just out there on the court, I used to just try moves just to try them. Like, and I think that's what a lot of coaches take away from kids. You take away their curiosity by not allowing them to be curious on the court, not allowing them to be curious about their game because you see their height. Like, my whole thing is, at least give a kid a chance. Like, yeah, the kid might be bigger than all the other kids, but this might be a future point guard in the league. Yeah, that kid might be smaller than everybody, but that kid might rebound like he's 7 foot. So you just never know, man. And I think a lot of coaches take that away from kids. And I think it does more damage than it does good, because you take that kid and you implement him into what you see him doing for you, and not so much as what you see that kid can be for that kid. Like, and I think that kind of hurt me a little bit to some degree once I started getting taller than everybody, because as I grew and as I got bigger than everybody and taller than everybody, no one really cared about, well, in my opinion and my mind at the time, no one really cared about the things that I was able to do with the ball in my hand. Because as a player, I always thought that my biggest attribute as a player was getting other people involved. I thought that was my biggest strength as a player. And I thought that was ways that I could help the team because I did things instinctively without knowing why I did it. And because I knew how to score and because I knew how to do things with the ball, it allowed other people on my team to get open. So to me, my biggest attribute to the game was always I can get other people open and I can get shots for other people. So let me. But then my game diminished when I get taller and I get bigger and I get thrown in the post. So now I can't create like I think I can. I don't have the ball in my hand like I would like to have the ball in my hand to get other people open shots. And I think that hurt me to some degree because I stopped developing myself and I stopped being curious about certain parts of my game and where my game could go. And I started focusing on things how a typical big man would. The miking and drill, the back to the basket, the constant rebounding, like not trying to dribble up the floor, not trying to dribble between your legs. So I think it stunted me a little bit because before I became a big man, like I said, playing with my Thunder team, playing with those coaches, I could do all of that stuff. But it don't translate to when you playing for another coach because you're a little timid that if you do try that, you're going to get benched. Or a comment is made and you like, well, damn, they don't want me playing like this, so I'm not going to play like this. So my message to a lot of coaches who get kids that may be a little bigger than other kids, test them out first. Test the kid out first. Don't just throw him in the post just because he's bigger. Test him out first and see where his game is at. If he can dribble, test it. If he can shoot, test it. Don't just throw the kid in the post. Let that kid be curious before you make the decision that can ultimately affect that kid or ruin that kid. Give him a chance first. Like, let him show off his dribble skills and then make that decision on whether or not that's a post player or if that could be a future guard or a future perimeter player. Not necessarily a point guard or a shooting guard, but a three-way guy. But don't just look at his size and just instantly because he's big, oh, you in the post and that's it. Like you kill a kid like that. You in a sense you shit on him because the stigma around big guys, oh, he's tall, so he's gonna go to the post, and small guys get to play guards. We ain't in them times no more. So that would be my thing to coaches. But yeah, man, that was my introduction to basketball, man. Like, I never wanted to play. I didn't think I was good enough to play until I got beat for that damn memory card. And that's when I knew, like, okay, yeah, I wanna play. But I had a lot of things to fix. I had a lot of things to work on. I had a lot of things that I needed to figure out. Like I said, man, I was an angry kid, but that's gonna be for another episode where I talk about growing up, how I grew up, why I think the way I think, why I see things the way I see things. But that's my introduction. I hope it's a little bit of insight on why I became a basketball player, how I became a basketball player. That's just one of many, many stories that I'm going to share with you guys. But I'm coming up on 35 minutes now, and I don't want my first episode to be that long. I just wanted to talk to you guys for a little bit and let you guys know what's going on. But, man, like I said in my introduction, man, I'm excited about this, man. And the more I get better at it, the more I keep doing it, the more I know that things will start to flow a lot easier for me. I got a bunch of episodes and a bunch of topics that I'm gonna talk about, but I would also like for y'all to comment and give me questions, so at the end of my videos, I can look at my phone and I can at least try to answer some of those questions, just to get feedback from y'all. So like I said, man, I would like for y'all to like and subscribe. Like I said, this is the first episode of Let It Fly podcast. My brother will be on some of these episodes. Shoot, hopefully he'll be on the majority of them, but he's such a busy man. But yeah, man, that's it for the first episode, man. Like I said, like and subscribe to this, man. Wish y'all nothing but the best, man. And episode 2 gonna be coming real soon after this. Peace.